And welcome once again to another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents
J&M Solve the World. I am James.
And I am Matt. And in the studio, well, I made a fucking mess.
Well, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us.
That's why you put the new top on here.
Yes. In the studio, to my left, to your right as you're watching it, the one, the only, Andrew.
Golf clap. Gotta love the crickets.
And to my right, your left, the one, the only, Lil Howie.
What's happening, man? Oh, man.
And on the phone, my favorite Italian and yours, all the way from the state of Flor A Duh.
Floridia.
Give it up for Dwight.
What's going on, gentlemen? And Howie.
Damn.
All the way
He's
Right out of
kind
the
of
gate.
harsh on you.
It's all right. That's quite all right, man. It's all good.
He knows you so well that he's never met you face to face yet.
I
Damn.
know.
What
Hey.
the hell?
I hope they paid you well.
You know, there's
Just busting balls, man.
That's all good, brother.
maybe everybody can get together on the first annual J&M Solve the World Get Together Cookout Extravaganza held.
Right here at Stewart Compound or J&M Studios South,
At this,
2120 East 342nd Road,
There you go.
Halfway, Missouri, 65663.
Shit, where's that at?
I don't know.
August 24th?
August
What's the date?
24th. August 24th.
Yes, I was on Facebook today, and I've seen it. I didn't
I
click on
appreciate it.
But I will.
And,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't know if I was supposed to say that or not.
Well-
but anyway,
you need to make sure that you put that you're going.
I will.
And you
I
and your
already did.
wife
I
don't
already
have a choice. You can't be interested. You're going.
I already put down that we're going.
I know.
if not, we'll find you and drag you out.
I put interested.
Jesus.
He's like, you better be. You're like
You're-
the co-host
you're like
and,
half of it.
and the grill master.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So those that are watching at the Get Together Cookout Extravaganza, we are going to have some really good meat.
I'm thinking tri-tips the more I think about it.
I got one.
About what, about 16 pounds again, you think?
Probably, yeah.
Now, you want to come out early. I've got on the thing, it starts at about 3. There may be some things that go,
Pew.
Probably not.
The pew-pews.
Oh, yeah.
that quiet,
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
silent stuff. And then stuff that goes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
that means I got to mow off the range.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably.
Um,
Probably should.
Now, there is something special that is going to be given to everybody that shows up, courtesy of Stu Him Productions. And you know what? We're just going to stop calling it Stu Him Productions South and just call it Stu Him Productions Studio.
There you go.
All right. Sounds good. I like
because more than likely, when I get my own place, it's going to be an apartment,
No,
a one-bedroom apartment.
that. Oh.
I'm one person.
it'd be kind of rough to do
You
a
are
studio.
one person, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But you do all the editing at the north location.
yes.
They can be like the offices in Stanford for WWE.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
So tonight we are doing our Father's Day special. Now, I know this is going to come out after Father's Day, but we've never released anything on a Sunday. So why start now?
Right.
Good point.
What we're going to do is I'm going to ask questions, much like our Mother's Day special, and we're going to go around the horn. Everybody's going to give their 2 cents, their bits, and everything. Now, disclaimer: 2 of us have our fathers still with us, and 3 of us do not. Now, I'm just pointing that out there because it's probably going to get emotional, and that's not a bad thing because I guarantee not a single one of us would be here without our fathers.
That's true.
You're a genius.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
You are correct.
literally.
Thank you. Thank you for the Y chromosome, Dad.
Exactly.
So, to start off, and we're going to start. Yes.
If I may.
Yes.
If I may. 2 things real quick. First of all, happy Father's Day, guys, to who that applies to.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Except for Andy.
All right.
That we know of.
That we know. Of.
Exactly.
There was that Saturday night in St. Louis.
Well,
That's true.
Nothing happened, trust me. There was too much, yeah.
Scooby looks a little fat.
Exactly.
He's looking a little chunky.
Scooby was not around then.
What was her name, Dwight? Cocaine on a donut?
Cocaine on a cheeseburger.
Pig or something.
Cocaine
Pig
on a
or something.
cheeseburger or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, some shit, man.
Yeah.
Sprinkling that shit on a fucking.
I'd never seen nothing like that
brisket.
before in my life.
I don't
In
know. It was a
person, anyway.
fucking clown. It was a clown bathroom, dude. It was like, Jesus, how'd you get 700 pounds into a fucking 3x3? That's impressive. It doesn't even smell that bad.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
I said that bad.
All right.
Hey, the
You're
other
right.
thing,
You're right.
the other thing, real quick. My wife's working tomorrow, man. I gotta say, man, she took good care of me today. Made a fantastic dinner, lobster tails, broccoli. I cooked up a little piece of steak to go with it.
Oh, damn.
She just treated me like a king all day long, and I got to say, honey, I love you very much, and thank you, and that was super awesome. And
Wow.
there was actually a euphoric feeling when I was done eating it. She's an excellent cook, so
Cool.
I'd like to thank her for that. And then, on with the show. Thank you for letting me have that piece.
So to start off, we are going to go with your favorite joyous memory with your father. And to give everybody a sense of to think, we're going to start with James.
This is not what we discussed at the first number.
Exactly.
I can't think of a moment, but Dad and I, we hunted together, but mostly we fished a lot. Because Dad, he had to retire when I was like 9 years old. He had to take disability. And so we done everything together. He was like my best friend, And but I'd say the fishing trips, we had a lot of memories. One day we thought we was going to die because a thunderstorm blew up and we're in a little 12-foot John boat. But no, I'd say our fishing trips and stuff like that. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Howard, what is your most memorable and favorite memory with your father?
Honestly, I would have to say coming out here and spending every day out here with him. Since we've been here, I've been interacting with Dad every single day.
Right.
He did teach me how to drive a truck. That's what I did for a living. So that's probably one of the most memorable ones because he was a hard ass, but he was also like, hey, come on, if you want to do this, you got to do it right. So you're going to do it right. And
Nice.
thank him every day for that.
Yeah.
Hand me that napkin back there behind you, please. I don't need the screw to go along with it, but thank you.
One screw.
That way you got screwed.
Okay. Dwight, what is your favorite memory with your father? Most enjoyable.
Kind of like I said with Mom. There's so many. I remember I could go with the simple answer like just playing, putting on a couple of ball gloves and playing catch. I think I got to tell this quick story here. He was very involved in the Boy Scouts and stuff when I was doing that, and went to a jamboree down in West Palm, an hour and a half south of where we were at the time. So anyway, me and the other kid are in a tent, and he's in another tent, and this idiot, he's eating these the cheese and cracker things, right? He's throwing his garbage in the corner of the tent. I'm like, dude, we're gonna get ants in here. Nah, don't worry about it. We're like, we're, I don't know, 10 years old, some shit like that.
Raccoons.
So, sure enough, about 2, 3 in the morning, man, he wakes me up, dude. They're eating him up, dude. They weren't messing with me yet, man, but they were all over the tent. He's eating me. They're eating him up. He's freaking out, dude. So we get out, we shake it off. We get in the tent with my dad. Little 2-man tent. So it's me and him laying in our sleeping bags, right? And my dad sitting upright on his butt with his knees bent, his feet down, and his arms around, his legs.
Mm-hmm.
If you can visualize that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how that man slept for the rest of the night till the morning.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
wow.
I was like, wow, look, that's love right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving up his spot for his kid.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it was crazy. So that one.
I'd have probably kicked the buddy out and said, "Fuck you, dude. You brought the
Hey,
ants
you
out."
the ants, pal. You ain't sleeping here.
You caused the first fucking problem, asshole.
All
We're
right,
not going to give you another opportunity.
Andy, you've had time to think. What is your most enjoyable favorite memory that you have with your father?
I know this is going to sound cliche or whatever, but it didn't matter what we were talking about, whether it was, what was going on with me. And like what you said about
He's
trucking,
pointing at Howie.
about trucking, whenever I got my CDL, I called Mom and Dad every night. Mom was my banker, and Dad was my trucking advisor, about how to do this, do that. I'd tell him what mile marker I was at on I-40, and he could tell me within, a couple miles where I was at. And I enjoyed that. And then whenever I got off the road, it was just going out to the garage
Right.
while he was working on his pickup. I didn't know what he was doing. Well, I cared, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I'd hold a flashlight. And we all know,
Yep. If you
hold a flashlight for your dad, you would best do it right. If not, he's going, all right,
he's going ape shit.
give me the damn flashlight. I'll hold it myself.
Yes.
Either that or you got the hold the light where I can see, not you.
Right,
That, yes.
And
Add
it
that one.
didn't, I don't really have one certain moment. It was just, and I know this is going to sound, whatever, but all of them, all the moments, all the moments, whether it was, him watching TV
Right.
at a certain time of the night, I had to give up the remote,
Yes.
whether I wanted to or not.
Oh yeah. Hell, I was a remote for years.
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Go over there and fix the vertical hold.
Yes.
I wasn't,
Yes.
but
I know
it
what
was
you
one of
mean.
them deals.
Yeah.
I had the remote at certain times. Like, all right,
Yeah.
son,
Give it up.
My phone.
Switch it to channel, whatever.
Yeah.
I just get up and just take the remote to him,
Yep.
whether I wanted to or not, because I ain't fighting a man.
No.
I know better. But okay,
Oh shit!
just I know this is gonna sound,
Keep going, bro.
whatever the word is.
Cliche.
All the moments,
All the moments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong
every
with
damn
that.
one of them, and I would give
Nothing wrong with it.
everything I got now back to
The creator.
just to, say hi.
I hear you.
Dad, I love you.
Yep.
Okay, I'm done.
I got you.
Go on, please. Go on.
My favorite memory and moment with my pops. Dad was a truck driver. I remember going out on the road with him when I was younger, and we had a good time. We'd play games and everything. But my very favorite memory came home from Afghanistan in 2009, and we had planned a trip to Sturgis. And my fiance at the time was all about it because it was myself, my dad, my stepbrother, and his friend. And we were all riding up there. And Pops and I rode the furthest with each other because we trailered my bike up to my dad's house in down to Lake from Tennessee. And then Dad and I left Camdenton the next morning, rode to Kansas City, met up with my brother and his friend, and we rode all day. And it was
Wow.
I was running lead, and my dad was right behind me. I could look in my mirrors, and there's my pops right behind me.
About that far behind you.
Oh no.
Okay.
No. He had a good distance. But
Okay.
Yeah.
That far behind you.
Yeah.
In the mirror.
Objects in the mirror are closer.
Yeah.
than they
Exactly.
appear.
That mirror. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry.
But
I don't mean to interrupt. My bad.
you know, just my first trip to Sturgis, being with my pops, and you know, I put this in a Facebook post a couple years ago for Father's Day. When I was younger, we bonded about trucking, and we would play the game. And I'm sure if you guys went out on the road with your dad, you may have played the game too. But it was traffic coming the other way. What's that truck? What kind of truck is that?
Peterbilt, Freightliner,
Right.
Kenworth, Western Star, whatever.
Well, they didn't have the Western Stars when I was younger.
Well,
Yeah.
Right.
But you're
Yeah.
trying to play that game, and then from there, when I became a teenager and in high school, it was all about muscle cars. It was Mustangs and how much horsepower can we do and everything. And then when I joined the Army, it became all about Harleys. And that's the way it is still to this day is I let him go on his tirades about politics because I
Agreed.
learned early on, don't talk politics.
Nope. Agreed.
Dad is a born again Christian, which I am not knocking. If that's the way that, if it makes him feel better and it's not hurting anybody,
Then
I don't
more power
care.
to him.
Right. But Dad's got that 03 Fat Boy, and we have talked and talked and talked about that bike, and yeah. Okay, so next question, what is the worst thing that your dad ever did to you, whether it be intentional or unintentional? And we are going to start with Andy.
Well, if I had it coming, it was, going to happen anyway. So I really don't know how to answer that question. But, if I screwed up, Dad let me know.
Right.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. If I did it, or if I thought, he didn't find out about it, especially, through high school, I wasn't worried about going to the principal's office. I was worried about Dad finding out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
Agree.
That,
Yeah.
I really don't know how to exactly answer that except with that.
Okay.
If I did it, I told Mom, there was a deal back in 03, DWI. I told Mom. And I was afraid to tell Dad. But I knew I had to.
Oh boy.
And he
Now-
said, son, I guess you need to get a lawyer. I said, I'm going to do that Monday morning.
Yep.
Okay.
I
So
made a phone call and got that taken care of.
Actually, I think he called me first.
I may have.
Well, because he had just put in his petition for lodge,
Oh.
and he gets a DWI,
Ouch.
and he calls me, and he's like, "Man, I just got a DWI. Are they gonna like not let me in lodge because of this?" I'm like, "No, you're okay." I said, "No, wait a second. Was it your fifth?"
No.
Because if it was your fifth in the state of Missouri, that's a felony. So
Exactly.
Okay.
okay. So
Outside of that, I really don't have anything bad.
Andy, you're 50?
Yes.
Okay.
All day long
So-
until 14th August.
So at 39 years old, you were still afraid to tell your dad.
I'd rather fight you or anybody here.
I know. I totally
I
get
mean,
that. I
Yes.
understand.
Yes, sir.
I get it. I get it.
But
Yeah. Or moving truck. I'd probably have better odds.
I digress.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm being a smart ass.
Yeah,
sir,
no,
but
I know.
Anyway,
Dwight, what is the God, how did I word that question that I just asked like 10 minutes ago?
worst moment.
The worst moment or worst memory that you have with your father.
I think I'm just going to give a general answer here and say that kind of run on the coattails of Andy there, man. That fear factor, man. You could always you did something fucked up, whether you were 8 or 18 or 28 or whatever. You go to your mom.
Yeah.
There was a little more
Exactly.
understanding there, and I had a discussion with somebody at one point in life, and it was like, well, after the boy was here, and it was like, well, you want him to be scared of you? And I was like, yeah, just a little tiny bit, just a little bit, just enough. And I just think that
I agree.
I just think that's just part of being a dad. I mean,
That's called respect.
Right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we'll go-
I was getting ready to say that, but
I mean,
I'm good.
I see it.
in our heads, it's fear, but it's actually a respect.
Right.
Because I think that's go off on another tangent. That's kind of the problem with a lot of kids these days is their
Agreed.
parents wanted to be their friend.
Friends before parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have kids.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, it's something now. Now that my he's 20, and he comes to me with, we have great conversations over the last couple of years. And he'll come to me and he'll go, "Hey, listen, I want you to be mad, but I got to tell you something." And I'm like, "All right, what do you got?" And never get mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Just like we talk through stuff, now. So,
Yeah.
but I think there's that still, like you said, James. At that point, it's more clear that it's I think a little more of a respect thing that like, hey, listen,
Right.
calm the fuck down for a minute.
Yeah.
But here we go. So, but it's never been nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? But,
Okay.
Right.
All right, Howie. What was the worst thing or your worst memory that you have with your dad?
Well, there's a couple of doozies that I did that I tried to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to pull the wool over mom and dad's eyes. But I would have to say, honestly, one of the worst. I thought I could, puff up. Dad was not in the state. He was driving.
Mm-hmm.
And mom said, you got to be home at a certain time because, hey, you got school on the next day.
Right.
Cool, no problem. I'm grown. I'll do what I want. And you can't tell me what to do. And left. I know. You see where, yeah, and mom. Y'all met mom. You know where this is going.
I'd rather fight a moving truck.
Bro.
But your mom loves me because I make really good drinks that she loves.
I know. So hearing air brakes lock up.
No.
Early as shit the next morning when I just walked in the door.
Oh, shit.
Is never a good sound. Anybody, I don't wish that upon any man.
I'm gonna go ahead and bet that you aren't exactly 100% sober either. I don't know. Maybe I'll
You would be correct, sir. And it was a chillier day in Vegas when I got thrown out the house and was told you can learn how to respect your mother and women, and I might let you back in my house.
Oh, shit.
Harsh lessons learned. A harsh lesson learned. So
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like a bad thing, but a definite learning experience all the way around. That your little punk ass is not as manly as you thought you were.
Yeah.
Right.
And you toe that line after that, and you become, well, all right, gotcha.
Okay.
Now
I
it's
think that's-
Yes,
I
sir.
think-
Yes, sir.
yes, exactly.
I think that's the greatest point in exactly what we're discussing in a lot of things in life. Where if you go, all right, fuck up or not, debatable. However, learn something from it. Let's go forward.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right.
Right.
Moving on. James, what is the worst thing or your worst memory that you have with your dad?
Well, course, my dad was a World War II vet, so he was strict, very strict.
Greatest generation.
Pass that on to your dad.
Yes, he did.
But like say, I talked myself out of many fights in school just because I didn't want to face Dad when I got home.
This is true. Yes.
You know, it's like I wasn't afraid to get in school suspension or whatever.
We got swatted in Vegas.
Yeah.
The dean had hit you a couple times.
So
I'll
it's
take
like
that.
I wasn't afraid of that, but don't call Dad.
Yeah, don't.
But if you want to say worst memory, that one's easy. That was the day he passed away,
Absolutely.
and I was
Yeah.
here for that, and it wasn't pretty, and I wish I didn't have that memory, but I do. So that's
Yeah.
the worst one.
I get it.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm about to like flip script on all of you guys because this is the worst memory that I have with my dad. When my mom and dad first split up, and Dad was dating or even married, I don't know, to my stepmom. Well, there was my stepbrother. My stepbrother is 3 months older than I am. So I'm like 7, maybe 8 years old when they were together.
Yeah.
Now, my younger brother is the baby. He's been the baby. He is the baby. That's that.
Yeah.
My older brother, he's the oldest. That's that. But my stepbrother and I were the same age. So as a kid, and this even carried over into my teenage years, but to me, it felt like my dad replaced me. And that
Wow.
that hurt me, and I carried that
For a long time.
for so long. And it was on that Sturgis trip that I realized that, and my dad and I, we had a talk, and we talked it out, and that's when I really started letting go of that. And I mean, that really just fucking destroyed me for a number of years, and so much so that I was ready to change my name. I was ready to change my religion.
How old were you when you were thinking all that? If you don't mind me asking.
10, 11 years old.
Right.
I was going to go from, because my dad is a Bible Baptist. When him and my mom were married and he wasn't on the road, he was a Sunday school teacher
Oh, wow.
in a Bible Baptist church.
Oh, that's cool.
My mom went to that church and she was raised Roman Catholic.
Huh?
Yeah. But because
Yeah.
she loved my dad and she was supporting my dad, and she went to that church.
She did that.
Well, after mom and dad split, we moved to Illinois. And it ate me up so bad that I was ready to change my last name to Smith, my mom's maiden name,
Oh, wow.
and change my religion from Free Will Baptist to Catholic. I was studying with the nuns
Whoa.
at the big Catholic church in Mattoon, Illinois.
Okay.
And yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's how much of a grudge that I had, but I got into the Marine Corps. Even the first couple of years in the Marine Corps, it was still carrying over. But it was once I got out that I realized that fuck that shit, because I am the very first Hembury in our family to be a motherfucking Marine.
Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
There you go, buddy.
And but that's my
Right.
and I've told my dad this, and I'll carry that to my grave, and I don't feel guilty about it because I was a kid,
Yeah, you were 10.
right?
But, but you had discussions with him about it.
Oh, yeah, since then, yeah.
it's-
Time
Okay.
heals all wounds.
Right.
Yeah, it just sucks taking that time.
So
It helps.
the next question is, what is the most valuable lesson you learned from your dad? And I'm going to start it.
Okay.
We're gonna go backwards, but I'm gonna start it instead of going last. My dad I can count on one hand how many times my dad ever hit me, ever spanked me or anything. But I realized that words cut deeper into your soul than anything. When I lived with my dad and I was a fucking dipshit, I passed him on School Road after a track meet so I could get home, shower, and then go on to work. Ended up losing my car over it. But it was what he said that struck me like a fucking knife. And he said, "Son, you really disappointed me." And that was enough to fucking just cut my legs out. And I'm like fucking Eddie Murphy in Trading Places, Special Agent Orange, you know.
Yeah.
And I can't see, I can't walk.
Yep.
That's the lesson that I learned from my dad is violence doesn't, like, you can hurt somebody with your words
way deeper.
way deeper
than a
than
broken jaw, whatever.
Exactly.
Because that heals quicker.
Exactly. Right. James, what is the number one lesson that you learned from your dad?
You know, kind of on that same line, I can count on one hand, remove 2 fingers, 3 fingers, how many times my dad ever struck me. But like you say, he could talk to you and make you feel like he was about that tall.
Yep.
Just dress you down. But it goes back to what I said earlier. I think respect was probably the thing he taught me the most. Because if you don't respect your parents, how are you going to respect anybody else?
Right.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And, you know, especially growing up when
Right.
you respected your elders and you kept your mouth shut when the grown-ups were talking.
I've said that to Shauna a lot here lately, and she just doesn't believe me that she should respect me. But I digress.
Yeah. But I'm going to say, he taught me respect for not only for him and mom, but for everybody until, they don't deserve your respect,
Right.
A stranger you meet, if they're a prick, then you don't have to respect them fuckers. But
Yeah.
But if you have respect for your fellow man, I mean, that goes a long way.
Right.
So.
Okay. Howie, what is the number one lesson that you learned from your father that still resonates with you today?
Well, I'm going to have to say just work ethic. No matter what you do the day before, the night before, your ass gets up, you go to work, you work all day, you work every day, and you don't stop until you're done. I mean, you just go to work, and I like to think that I instilled that in my son. So from dad to me to my son,
right?
Because my kid works his ass off. He goes to work. He's a land surveyor. Gets up in Las Vegas in the summer heat. The boys, he's putting in time, but he goes every day,
right,
without fail. And so just to be kind of respectful of hey, you gave someone your word. You're going to be there at this time.
Right.
You go every day. I don't care.
Okay.
You show up. You go to work.
Nice.
Period. That's it.
Nice. Dwight, what is the most valuable lesson that you learned from your father that still resonates with you today?
My father taught me many things. He taught me, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. All right, that's from The Godfather.
Well, that's true
reliable
also.
shit.
That is true.
Yeah, you're Dwight. You are right on that one.
Oh, Dwight, don't be telling the family secrets now.
Hey,
if you do,
hey, it's just waste management, James. Relax already. All right, just pick up your fucking garbage. Okay?
Republic Services.
Public
Exactly.
service announcement. Anyway,
but I would like to actually quote him, my own father, versus Marlon Brando. But my dad was behind that whole theory there. But he said, "Be respectful, but don't take any guff from anyone." And that was his language back then in the day. So that's basically don't take any shit. So for the youngsters out there, we've got, I don't know, like a bunch of listeners now. I think we're in the hundreds, right?
We are at 100 followers on.
100.
I'm sorry, 100 subscribers on
Ouch.
YouTube.
Oh, I'm impressed.
We got hundreds
So
of
we are
fans.
out of the teens.
Yes.
Hot damn. Woo-hoo. Get it.
Hundreds
Get it.
of fans.
But yeah, I remember he
Sorry.
said that on more than one occasion, you know. So, but I think both of those quotes are accurate.
Yep.
Okay. Andy, what
Okay.
is the most valuable lesson that you learned from your dad that you still use to this day?
One thing that always sticks out is Dad says, son, don't tell everybody everything you know. And
Was he in the mafia too?
no, he wasn't in the mafia. No,
There's no such thing.
no, sir.
There's no such thing.
Was he in waste management too? No.
No, he wasn't in
He
West
was a
Manhattan.
he was a longshoreman.
No,
Jesus. Yeah.
An associate of sorts, if you will.
he's a truck
business
driver.
associate.
You know, he
Business
truck
associate.
driver for 40 some odd
Right,
years.
right. We know.
But he also said, and another thing that sticks out in my mind, he said, let's see, how do I put this? Bear with me. I'm trying to put it in words. You treat women folk, your mom, grandma, wife, sister, you protect them. And, okay, now I'm going to go off on real quick.
Yep.
And he said, son, if I ever hear that you've hit a woman,
Oh, boy.
I will
Dead reckoning.
find you and kill you.
Agreed.
Now, he has since passed on, but I'm not taking that chance on that anyway. So,
He come back and get you, huh?
yeah. Or,
As well he should.
right,
Put hands on a woman.
don't tell everything you know, and you treat women with respect. Wife, mother, grandma, sister. Your women folk.
Women, period.
Right, exactly. That's the two things
Yeah, and you
that still.
don't talk back to a little Irish woman.
Okay. So
Especially
Okay,
with
I'm done.
Your mama.
Yeah.
I'm done.
final
I'm done.
final question. If there was one thing that you could say to your dad today, Andy, what would it be?
I miss you, Dad.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. I got you.
Go on, please.
Dwight, if there
Yeah.
was one thing that you could say to your dad today, what would it be?
Well, as usual, I'm gonna give you the long answer. So, we were never really big on the, actually saying I love you, although, obviously it was there. The last time I ever spoke to him, for whatever reason, I was picking the Roman up. They were watching him while everybody else was at work, and we exchanged I love yous. We were about 30 feet apart, and it was it just seemed very natural, And I never spoke to him after that. I talked to him and my mom and my uncle, and I've got tributes to them in my artwork, in my ink.
Yeah.
So, but I look up every day and thank them for everything. So if there's something I could say to him, with everything else complete in the manner in which I just described, I'm gonna have to ride Andy's coattails again. I miss you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just look up and say, Dad, I miss you, man.
Howie, what is the number one thing you are going to say to your dad on Father's Day?
I love you. Hands down. Love
Okay.
my dad.
James, if there was one thing that you could say to your dad right now, other than, Dwight, you're making too much damn noise.
Sorry.
What would it be?
You messed up one time.
I just got thinking about this earlier today. It's been 28 years since my dad passed. There's been a lot happened in my life in that last 28 years. Mainly me meeting my wife, 2 stepchildren, getting a house here on the same property I grew up on. Then your dad and mom moving out here on the other half of the property. Then Amanda and her boys moving in on the back side of the property. And then you guys moving out here.
On the far end of the property?
The far end of the property. It's kind of like, I wonder, it's like, there'd be a question and then an answer to your question. It's like, did I make you proud? And I love you.
Yeah. Well,
That's a good one, man, because you always want them to be smiling at you, whether it's from up there or from over there, depending on where our dads are at. So, but yeah, I think moms, everybody, but yeah.
so I'll be seeing my dad on Father's Day, and I'm waiting until he gets out of church because, well, I mean, let's be honest. I'm not exactly church worthy looking.
The church would catch on fire.
Yeah. But at the same time,
Holy water boiling.
The foundation would move or something. Whatever. I don't believe that.
yeah, we got a lot more booze to be drinking later tonight, and I ain't waking up early enough to get to Camdenton from here by 8 o'clock.
It's only about an hour.
Yeah.
See,
Only about an hour.
he's got to do his hair.
Well,
No, my hair is easy. It's the beard.
That's going to take an hour.
It's the beard,
That's
not my hair.
too.
Yes, I know. Okay.
Good point.
All right. So, I was going to save this
Okay, go ahead.
for an episode by itself,
Yeah.
but listening to you guys,
It's a nice lead-in.
I'm saying, fuck it. We're going to do it right now on this motherfucking podcast.
Okay.
And Dwight, you're going to have to watch it to see what happens. But I am about to make a
Oh, I like
drink.
to watch.
Hang on, while you're
Yes.
making that,
Yes.
if you would get that macadamia nut out,
Oh, okay.
Make it.
I gotta do a shot for a friend of mine, and Andy wants to do a shot for his dad.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, please.
So it's
I
just
don't know
sitting there.
I don't know how
Trying
this shot's
not
going
to
to
fucking-
work, but this is what Dad would drink.
So,
I mean, interrupt
What
you.
is it? No, what is it?
It is grain. Okay.
Everclear, kind of.
Everclear and 7.
Okay.
Clearance 7.
That's what Dad would drink
That's a lot.
with Charlie Kirby
Don't want this.
when they were,
Sure.
He doesn't have a choice.
when they were out,
Yeah. Yeah, when just out drinking, just hanging out. That's what he's drinking.
just out,
That's his
doing
drink.
whatever.
Perfect.
And I figured
Why not
this would
honor it?
be a good time to do it on a Father's Day tribute.
Hell yeah.
So
Okay, for my toast.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
No,
good. You're good.
Good, bud.
For my toast,
I'm done.
Good friend of mine I worked with, Bill Roberts, years ago. The last 20 or so years, we haven't kept in close contact, but we had a lot of good times together back in the day. And he is a father, and a grandfather, so he just passed away
Oh, no.
a week or so ago. Here's to you, Larry Klein.
There you go.
Larry
Cheers.
Klein.
Salute. Slunchy.
Salute.
Salud. Okay. So, next,
That's
what
a lot of sugar in it.
I'm about to make is a drink that we came up with, and it's called Not Your Daddy's Peanut Butter Cup.
Not your daddy's peanut butter cup.
So first off,
Do you know how to make that their buttercup?
You
Yeah.
came up with it.
My father would have probably said that sounded gay, but he's a World War II vet too.
Hey, yeah, you got to
There you
give
go.
him credit for that. Best
Right.
generation ever.
I know, right?
You mean
sir.
gay as in happy, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, it
you're
is.
a happy. You're way too happy, motherfucker.
This coming from a guy who's
hey.
on a shower curtain with me.
Oh,
Hey, if we don't make eye contact,
And
it's
I
not
still
happy.
have nightmares over that. I'm sorry.
bro,
You
lips
know.
are lips, right?
All right, so
Anyway,
to start
I
with,
got 2 shower curtains. I can't shower in this house in peace.
we are.
Shower curtains.
You start off
Sake.
with ice in your shaker, and we're gonna go with.
Making 4 now.
Yep.
You got enough of that left?
So that's 2.
Why are you measuring at this point?
That's 4 because I'm trying to get the consistency right with what we made earlier.
Yes, sir. At this point, pour the whole thing back in.
6 and
And 7, 8, 9, 10.
He bought a kit. He likes to show it
Yes.
off.
6 and
So-
an eighth. 6 and an eighth.
So
that's
that's-
it.
Oh, shit.
6 shots of Old Smoky peanut butter whiskey.
Another dead soldier.
Yep. Moment of silence.
Now, for this next one, I've got to give a shout out
Okay.
to Miss Regina Young for bringing this down to the Stu Him Production studio.
Right on, right on. Shout out to Regina, my sister from another mister.
Once she flew in to Missouri when it was in a deep freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one time. Jeez.
So we're going to go with mint chocolate liqueur.
Get out of here.
And I don't know how much is left, but we're going to go with
1.
2.
Okay, 2.
I am all fucking ears right now, dude.
4.
4.
Do I hear 6?
Oh,
Again.
again.
Oh.
6.
Yeah.
Six.
And
The Ocho. Oh, he's got it. Yep, Ocho. We got 8.
We're damn close.
7.
We
and
got
an
8.
We got 8.
Okay, we'll call. Okay, we'll call it
Okay.
8.
It's a hard 8.
So, and that's another bottle gone.
Another dead soldier.
It's time to clean out the
Yeah, I know, right?
refrigerator at Stu Ham Productions.
Now, normally,
Normally.
or actually, as I have found out, I need gloves
Why?
because this motherfucker
I tried to
gets
tell
cold.
you need to get
Is it
some
cold?
brown derbies.
Oh, well, the liquor is cold.
And the ice is cold. I know that. I understand that. And the aluminum gets cold.
You doing a shot or a prostate exam? What the fuck are you doing?
He's doing his impression of Tom Cruise in Cocktail.
Yeah, he
I
thinks.
think.
Feel
Well,
that
I think either way, you need to take a deep breath. Fuck, man. I mean, there's a big difference here.
Do what, Dwight?
I'm a truck driver who used hands to open trailer doors when it was cold outside.
Nah,
It
hell.
was Vegas cold.
It's
but,
cold.
You know.
Oh, what? Okay, whatever.
He's got desk hands.
Oh, okay. Dishpan hands. Cool.
So now we're gonna strain it out.
1,
It looks like.
2,
Damn, that looks good.
12.
Wait, what are you guys doing now? You mix that all together, and now you're pouring shots from it.
Correct.
36.
Correct.
Yeah, we're pouring it into rocks glasses. He's trying to get
Yeah.
the measurements right. And he's
I
just trying
can't
to,
wait to watch it, dude. But I need to know what's happening now.
It's a nice looking shot, man. Not gonna lie, it's looking pretty good.
Bet, dude. Hey, man,
kind of like a mudslide.
Yep. Got the,
can you guys wait about 6 hours? I can be there.
Okay.
By plane, yeah.
So
get on the plane, bro.
let's see here.
What are you doing? What,
Trying to make them even.
bro?
I know what he's
I'm
doing.
taking that one right there.
Okay, that one's for you.
There you go.
That one's for you.
Just a point. Just
That
it
one's
happen.
for you.
I don't give
Nope,
a shit
nope.
which one. You know.
Actually, I'm gonna go with this one.
yeah.
Because you just had some grain.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay, fair enough.
what we're gonna do
It's
here.
like fucking old. It's like fucking old women at a fucking bingo game, dude. Right now. For me.
Hey,
And I love you guys. I'm
And
just
he's-
saying.
and he's-
B-52.
And he's the troll. I mean,
Hey, peanut gallery.
with the hair.
Go.
you just kind of hang out there because we're
Shit.
going right into a motherfucking alcohol review
Oh shit.
on a. So don't drink it all.
Oh.
But this is
Okay. Yes, sir.
this is
This
your
is. The
palate
not your
cleanser.
daddy's peanut butter cup.
Peanut butter cup. All right, here we go. Cheers.
Salud.
Salute.
Man,
Slash it.
salute.
Yep.
Oh, my.
You drink it all.
Yeah, he drank it all. He drank it all.
Sorry. My
Andy.
bad.
Fuck it.
Andy said.
Well, okay.
Andy
I
said,
guess I
"Fuck
wasn't
it,
paying
I'm in."
attention.
In Andy's
That's some good
defense,
Andy
shit.
wins. He's first.
In Andy's defense, he just drank some shine. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So his
That's some
palate
good
is
shit. I don't
cleansed.
care who you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So-
we're gonna have
Good
to
night,
make a
Andy.
picture.
Good
We're gonna have
night,
to make a
Andy.
picture
Yeah,
of this
exactly.
for
Good
the
night.
get together.
Yes.
Do what? 24th?
Honestly,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, maybe.
The 24th on the 24th.
Do what?
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
So,
Exactamundo.
10-4.
what's the first thing that caught your taste buds on that?
Kind of tastes like a mudslide, but more. It's got more chocolate in it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's got a little bit more chocolate taste to it. But mudslides.
Okay.
Is
Honey
the first thing
Hush.
that
No,
comes
yeah.
to mind.
Right.
But it's pretty damn tasty.
Right.
Mudslide can be harsh,
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't know I wasn't supposed to
but
make it all.
You're good.
that's really smooth.
James?
The peppermint kind of
Yeah.
Hits
that
me first.
that mint,
that mint.
that
yeah.
mint chocolate there, it's just
Like the Andes mints.
yes.
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 That's it right
Yes.
there. Yep.
Right
Yes.
there.
Yep. I gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
Over
Yes.
here, it just sounds like a Reese's peanut butter cup just shot up.
whoa. Whoa, don't you dare say that name on this fucking podcast.
What
because
video
they
are
ain't
you watching
sponsor-
right now?
Yes.
They ain't sponsoring us.
Hey, if we see the
All right,
if we
all
see
right,
the commercial
I
for a
digress.
Reese's peanut butter
Hey,
cup mint
whoa,
chocolate, we're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Exactly.
I don't want to know.
right,
I had nothing
all
to
right.
do with it, and
All
they're
right,
not
all right.
listening to me.
It sounds like that peanut butter chocolate covered motherfucker just shot up some mint.
All right, gentlemen, let's finish them off.
Andy, take this one. Take 5.
Salud.
Cheers.
All right, hey, Solange.
Hey, yo. Giggity, giggity.
So,
Hoorah.
like every alcohol review,
That's actually not bad.
we will rate it 1 to 10. No partial numbers.
What?
No
halves.
partial numbers.
No halves? Okay.
Or 3/4 or quarters or anything like
Hey,
that.
what-
Whole
No
number.
fractions.
How we don't do fractions in these parts.
They don't do them in Vegas either, bro. Trust me.
So,
That's why we went to the 1 to 10 scale instead of the 1 to 5.
If you think you're doing them down here, get the fuck out of here, okay?
Andy.
They measure their shit.
9.
They measure their shit in grams in
Oh,
Florida.
yeah.
Oh my
Kilos.
God.
Keys.
You guys are like totally stepping all over the young man
Sorry.
here.
Sorry.
Andy, say again.
9.
And why would you give it a 9?
Because it's great.
Okay.
It's smooth.
Very simple.
It is
smooth.
It
you
is
know,
smooth.
The mint, I didn't, okay, there's mint in there. I didn't taste it, but, it's.
Well, I think that's because
I know that I watched
Just
you
had that
pour
grain
it.
alcohol. down
I
his
know
throat.
I watched. No. That has nothing to do with it. I know I watched you pour. The
the mint chocolate,
I think the
the
reason
old smoke.
There you go.
The first
peanut butter,
peanut butter, and then the
mint chocolate.
mint chocolate.
Yeah.
I didn't taste the mint.
Okay.
I think
I'm
the reason,
sorry,
I think the reason you didn't taste the mint is because you drank that glass
I think
like
so.
it was the first drink you'd had in a month.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, whatever. But,
Are you staying here tonight? Is it, you
Well,
staying
yeah.
here tonight? Okay, just
yes.
checking.
Howie.
Just checking. Yes, sir.
So, what would you rate the Not Your Daddy's peanut butter cup?
I got to go with an 8.
You're gonna go with an 8.
An 8. Yes.
Why an 8?
Because at first it tasted like a mudslide,
Okay.
and it looks like one, but the flavor's way better. So I mean, somebody's gonna say, "Oh shit, man, that's just a mudslide." No, it's not. So,
No.
Until you get into the watching you pour it and stuff like that. It's like, oh, shit, what is that? And then I thought Andy's mints from, where is that? Olive Garden. They used to hand them out.
Anywhere.
Well, I don't.
Andy's after dinner mints.
There you go. Wafer thin.
Yes.
He is not. But,
Nor are you.
That's a svelty.
I never
200
claimed to be.
That's a
but
svelty 210. Svelty.
I'm gonna rate it.
Not a schmedium. Not a schmedium. Not a schmedium.
I'm gonna rate it pissed off because I don't have one.
Oh, well, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
Well, I'll tell you
Dwight, I
what.
love you.
We'll email it to you.
I think somebody's going to have one when he comes out here on the 24th.
I tell you what, there, Dwight, my favorite Italian from Flor A Duh.
No, that's Floredia. Not for duh, Floredia.
I
Florida.
will not only make sure that you have a Christmas shot, but a midday snack, a first time, and the newest J&M Solve the World drink, Not Your Daddy's Peanut Butter Cup.
All right, so I will bang my wife at the hotel before I come to the fucking party.
Yeah.
That would probably
Probably a good idea.
would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Just in case.
as long as Rome
It
isn't in the room
like
with you.
it sounds like she's gonna have me duct taped to a fucking hand truck back to the hotel.
Yeah. Yes.
Get in
James.
there, Hannibal. You fuck.
James, what would you rate the Not Your Daddy's Peanut Butter Cup?
I'm gonna go with a 9.
You're going to go with a 9. Okay.
Iron.
I thought about or a pitching wedge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pitch and wedge.
Thought about going 10, but I done a 10 last time
Yeah.
on our
First time.
First time.
One of those.
This was. It's close,
Right.
so I'll go with 9.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yep.
For me, I've got to agree. It's a 9 because to me there's something missing to bring it to that 10. I don't know what it is. I mean,
Always says not maraschino
Hey,
cheese.
when I come
Yes,
up there on the
exactly.
24th, when I come up there on the 24th, I'll set my balls in it.
Oh, she's going to make it a
That's
salty
it.
peanut
That's
butter
it.
cup.
It just
a
needs a-
salty
hey.
peanut butter cup.
It just needs a little. It just needs a little Italian salt in it.
No.
Little olive oil, hey,
Hey,
Olive oil.
hey, bibbity bobbity, bobbity boobity, bibbity bobbity.
Boo-boo.
Boppity-boo.
Hey, look. No marinara sauce is needed in the fucking shot.
Sauce.
As long as
Sauce, I thought it was
Hey,
great.
hey,
as long as you
That was
as
a
long as
little-
you're not a back to front wiper, we don't need that in there.
No. The backside of my nuts are fucking gleaming, dude. Like Mr. Clean fucking rubbed his fucking bald head on them, dude, and they sparkle, dude. Great.
Okay.
Whoa.
So,
with the bald heads, huh?
wow.
For
Easy.
Same.
Sparkle. I'm not even going to ask.
for this alcohol review,
This is not a commercial for that
That
ball
cleaning
shaving
product?
ball shaving
Yeah.
product.
No.
Yes. No.
for this alcohol review, for the Not Your Daddy's Peanut Butter Cup, a 35 out of 40, which is pretty fucking great.
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah.
Not perfect yet.
But
It's a work in progress.
But I think
Some of us
Regina
are
would agree
1,300 miles away.
that it is a panty dropper, probably.
I
Well,
think
you could get here.
I think Regina would say that this.
She would slingshot her panties across the room.
Yes.
Okay.
But on that note, you have just watched another episode of Stu Him Productions Presents.
J&M solve the world. I have been James.
And I've been Matt. And on behalf of Andrew, Lil Howie, and Dwight, you keep one fist in the gold, one foot in the gutter, and we will be seeing you.
Peace.